So, this is a ramble video intentionally, and it's more of a celebration of the fact that I can make a ramble video this long because the strike has been removed from my account after Google reversed that whole false copyright claim from Pure Paranormal. I'm still waiting on the docs from Pure Paranormal right now. I did email YouTube to get that. Send an email to their copyright center. So, the reason I'm making this particular ramble video is actually because I had somebody pimp one of my videos by sending it to a website called Sophos, which Death of Speech. He says that Sophos is what Norton wishes it could be. I'm not too up on that, so all I have is his word to go by. But apparently, when this user, his name is MorganTheHeretic, also Brainiac1056, when he sent this to Sophos, they embedded my YouTube video in a blog that they write about malware and viruses and stuff. And my video was just, in a moment of me being pissed off, I picked up my camera and said, "You assholes trying to give me a virus." I'll leave a link in the description box about that. And it's weird because I can never tell what's going to be a popular video when I upload it. Even some of my ramble videos that go this long, I don't know how long this video is, but it's going to be fucking long. Even my ramble videos, some of them get over 100 views, and they're from video gamers who they listen to my rambles and they play video games at the same time, because really this is like, it might as well be a podcast most of the time. But on this particular occasion, if you are playing a video game and you only have one screen, this might not be the video to listen to, because there's going to be some visuals. Like, here, I'm going to zoom in on my camera right here. Everybody let me know what you think of my Freud fish chasing after my upside down Jesus fish. Can anybody think of a more, sacrilegious pose to put my Freud fish and Jesus fish in? Because I used to have a picture behind me where I had the flying spaghetti monster over here. I had him dripping marinara, like Calvin peeing on something like the rival team's football helmet. Yeah, so I used to have that, but I got bored of it. So now I have the Freud fish chasing the Jesus fish over there. Like he's gonna get some. So, yeah, if you can think of something more sacrilegious than that, I want to hear it, because I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, visuals in this one. So that was visual, and there will be a lot more visuals, because that's just the way this one's going to go. Because my new friend MorganTheHeretic from Sweden, he has given me his address because I wanted to reward him for spiking one of my videos up 5,000 views by giving a tip to Sophos, And I'm very gracious for that, because that's personal best for me, 5,000 views in one day. That's crazy, So, I've got a mailer right here, and I'm just going to stick these things in the mailer as I go. I haven't put his address on yet because of dock dropping, but here's the mailer. Start with some business cards. Still had an embroidered Atheist A patch from the Out campaign. That goes in there. We're going to do some Atheist A decals. Don't worry, it's not all going to be atheist stuff. This is a visual video. The Skeptical Inquirer sticker. Yay. Some American Humanist Association stickers. So that's that. Also, people have seen behind me a lot this right here. This Raptured Canceled thing right here on my wall. That was actually from when there were signs all over my town that said that the rapture was going to happen on May 21st. So I was going to go around on May 22nd and actually put these signs all over the raptures happening on May 21st, bus stops and all these other places where they had rented space to put these signs. But true to their word, they actually did not rent out these spaces longer than the week before May 21st, and so their signs came down the Friday before, and so I had these as a prank made up, and then I had nowhere to put them. So, yeah, prank was on me, I guess. So, I'm going to send my new friend Morgan in Sweden one of these, because I think it really does embody the difference between America and Europe. We actually need pranks like this, There's a call for this type of activism, and I don't think that it actually presents itself much in Sweden, that you need to be this shocking to get people's attention and bring attention to stupidity. So I'll give him one of these. This is going to be Morgan's lucky day. Also, this is an Awake magazine, I'll call it. And it's from thewatchtower.org. And I have already made a 1-hour ramble on this particular Awake. Came in the mail from the Jehovah's Witnesses. And so that Morgan can experience the fucktardism that I get in my mail, I am going to give him this so that he can personally see it in his hands how stupid the fundamental religious people are in America. It's going to get better, though, because this is a cultural exchange thing. I'm actually going to export our fucktardism to Sweden. It's like, what greater national resource do we have in America than fucktards? So, first we're going to go with that thing from the Jehovah's Witnesses. But now, see, my brother, he went to, on a business trip, he took a little detour to Chicago, and he stopped at a place, I shit you not, this place is called 17th Church of Christ the Scientist. Anyways, in this place called Church of Christ the Scientist, they had a whole bunch of free magazines that you could just take, and he took a lot of them for me because he thought that I would appreciate them. This one right here is called the Christian Science Sentinel. I don't even know where to start on this, but the front page here says, "A way out of depression." Right? And they're not talking about seeking professional help for your depression. No, they're saying, don't go to a psychologist, don't go to a psychiatrist. Just seek the Jesus. The Jesus will help you. How many people are going undiagnosed for real medical problems with depression because of bullshit like this? I don't know. Now, my brother's favorite on the cover here was this seal that says, "Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, cast out the demons." Mind you, the title is Christian Science Sentinel. But I just want you guys to see this seal right here. You know, it really does say that shit. Cleanse the lepers with Christian Science. So, yeah. This is going in there. I can't eat. This one is so bad for me. I cannot even. I can't even do this and look inside these pages anymore. So I'm just going to put this in there. It's just going to be like a paper form of a bomb waiting to go off. He's going to open this package and see this fucktardism and go like, "Ah, you Americans. Ah." So, next one I'm going to give him is called the Christian Science Monitor. See that? Now, the front cover of this is giving them the hook. It's obviously political, right? It's apparently the Christian Science Monitor believes that the Republicans are the political party of God. Even though, as an atheist in America, you can probably scratch off ever being elected to public office for the next, for the foreseeable future, until more progress is made in America, because we have, 2 out congressmen who are atheists now, and we haven't had any for how many hundreds of years. You pretty much have to say that you have God in some way on your side to get elected in America. And it better be the right God, too. Yeah, and it reminds me of sports teams that, each side is praying that they will win. Some of them have learned from praying that they will win and then they lose, so they start praying, "Let God's will be done," which is like a really vanilla prayer. You're not really praying for anything to happen. There's no intercession there. You're just saying, "God, please let some time pass and some things happen in that time that passes, and hopefully I will be alive at the end of that time to realize that my prayer came true and time passed and some things happened during that time." Okay. Also, if you guys have not seen this, find a way to see it. Okay, it happened over the weekend. It was a boxing match between Floyd Mayweather and Ortiz, the other guy. Now, Ortiz headbutted Mayweather. And in order to retaliate for the headbutt, when the referee took a point away from Ortiz, Ortiz all of a sudden got apologetic and wanted to do like a touch gloves and hug on Mayweather. So Mayweather came in, gave him a hug, and then a split second after the hug, gave him a 1-2 and knocked him the fuck out. It was the most unsportsmanlike thing I have ever seen. The ref had not called the fight to start again. In fact, the ref's eyes were still on the judges. He did not even see the punches land. You know, this is like the biggest travesty. And this was a title fight. A belt actually changed hands on this. Okay. With all of that dirtiness in the fight, Floyd Mayweather, who won the fight with a fucking sucker punch, after the fight, he's getting asked by the announcer whether he thought that was right, that he won by a sucker punch. And then Floyd Mayweather wanted nothing to do with answering that question. He's like, shut up, I have some things to say. First, I would like to thank Jesus. God up in heaven, thank you for this win. He didn't win by the power of Jesus. He won by the power of a sucker punch, an unsportsmanlike sucker punch. But still, he wants to thank Jesus. That's it's like rappers who win a Grammy, you know. In their rap music, there will be jocking the bitches and slapping the hoes, and all sorts of drug deals going down and busting caps in people's asses. But when they win a Grammy, thank you, Jesus. Sweden Morgan. Sweden Morgan. Morgan from Sweden. I am sending you this because of how it feels to be an American in the middle of all this. And hopefully this is an appropriate cultural exchange here. So, yeah, this is going in there. This one actually has some good articles in it. I read this one, and I really like the How to Finish College Debt-Free article. But yeah, what kind of science they're monitoring, I have. We'll stick this in there. This is the biggest thing that's going in there. That's why I had to get a big mailer. Now, this one is called the Christian Science Journal. And it's the cover the cover story is Divine Energy Spirit. Revive, refresh, renew. Revival for the cause of Christian Science. Okay, so when you see this, how is it that they don't look at their own magazine and think, gee, this looks a lot like that New Age healing crap that we make fun of all the time, you know? Your testimonies on spiritual healing, page 7, you know? Science. It's like anything but science. So, I'm going to stick this in there. And there's a reason why I haven't gone inside the pages of these three things. It would take way too long. But also because this video has now become one of my epic unboxing videos. I'm going to send Morgan in Sweden, everything that is in this package that I have gotten from the United Church of God and their organization, The Good News. Okay? This is a pretty thick one. This is the kind of junk mail you get when you're an American, Morgan. So here we go. Last time I did a junk mail opening, it was a magic prayer rug that they wanted you to send in money after you prayed over their prayer rug, which was like a piece of paper folded. Yeah. And I had my brother open it, and he drew a penis on it, and then he sent it back in the postage paid self-addressed envelope. He sent them their rug with a penis drawn on it. Okay, so this one, at least they're smart enough to not pay the postage, because when they pay the postage, it makes it that much easier for us to send them back their crap without money. So, first thing I'm going to pull out. Haven't seen this before ever. This is a brand new open package. We welcome you to attend this important live event. Kingdom of God Bible Seminars, From Today's World to the Coming Kingdom of God, September 10th, 2011. Where was it going to be? Oh, it was online. Crap. I need to open my mail sooner, because it's now September 21st. So, to join this seminar thing, I guess you go to kogbibleseminars.org, and then you see their participating cities and locations. And apparently, they run these things all the time. I don't know how they connect all the different seminars. Okay, you guys know, if you've been long-time watchers of my channel, you know that I hate when certain Christian organizations will refuse medical science and refuse to believe the science that says that the world is older than 10,000 years, right? And they'll reject that science, but then they'll start using science like the internet to push this rejection of other science. They'll use technology. Now look at this one. It has this stupid thing where you take a picture with your cell phone and it takes you right to their website. How many of you have actually done this with this new technology to take a picture of your TV screen or a mailer thing to go right to a website? It's just asking for having your phone hijacked with a cell phone virus. Somebody's going to figure out that this is the easiest way to do it, because no one's going to figure that somebody who has one of these is going to be able to hijack a phone and put a virus on it. No one would ever be that mean to actually buy an infomercial time on TV to do it, because virus writers, they never ever put work into the viruses they do. They never buy things. They try to do it on the cheap. No, you know what? I've seen some big money put down on these malware sites. They're buying the domain and the hosting and everything. So these things aren't cheap. And buying television time to put one of these things right here. It wouldn't be that much more expensive. And see, the weird thing is, Christians don't ever suspect other Christians of doing this. They figure that a Christian person wouldn't do this, you know. But I find often that it's more the Christians that are doing these things that are so evil, you know. And given my complete and utter hatred for faith healers and the con artistry that they do, I would not put it past them to put one of those cell phone redirecting web browser pictures up on the screen just to put a virus on your phone to try to get your credit card information. So, they have sent me a pretty good quality pamphlet here from the United Church of God. This one is called The Book of Revelation Unveiled. And it opens like a book. Here. Never seen this before, but is this something that you picture when you read the Book of Revelation? Does it look like a Hydra that is part Tyrannosaurus Rex with the sorceress from He-Man riding it? Because human beings have ridden dinosaurs before. Yeah. Why is one of the heads of this dinosaur a pig? I don't get it. The swine is the evil meat. Okay. I think I'm going to skip to the end. It says, the destruction of Satan's kingdom is on page 60. Wait. Holy crap, this is like an entire survival guide for surviving during the end times. It's like the seals of the prophetic scroll. Okay. It's on page 28. Says why God's judgment is needed. There'll be the rise of false teachings claiming to represent Jesus Christ, but twisting his teachings for their own ends. Take heed that no one else deceives you, he warns. How fucking ironic is that? Wow. Oh. Morgan from Sweden, you're getting some grade A quality Christian fundamentalist American bullshit here. I'm going to stick in this mailer for you. Wow. Second seal is the horror of war. And, ouch. That looks like a baby that was charred in a nuclear blast, doesn't it? Scary shit. So it goes through the second seal, which is war's consequences. The fourth seal, mounting toll. Yeah, it's weird that they can get so much exposition on a very short passage in Revelation. You know, they're going through Revelation 6 like the words that are printed are not literal. they mean so much more than just what they say, you know. The sixth seal is a sign in the skies, and they've got this picture here. Looks like the skies are going to turn blood red. Yay. Oh, the moon is going to turn blood red. At least the day of God's wrath, it says here that it's going to be brief. And this is one of those churches that actually believes that only 144,000 people are going to be saved. So, like, the earth has had billions and billions of people live on it, but only those 144,000 people are going to be able to get into heaven, and somehow this is fair, you know. So yeah, it then goes into like a survival guide of it first talks about the first four trumpets and all the bad things that are going to happen and how you're going to have to be prepared if you didn't get taken as one of the 144,000 souls that might have already died but get to go up to heaven first. Yeah. Does it ever, like, for everybody else besides Morgan, does it ever make you guys really scared of fundamentalists when they go to such lengths to, to expound on all the misery that their God's going to bring? And they cannot wait until this day happens. You know? They want this day to come. This is horrible shit. You know? But they want it to come. Crap. So their sixth trumpet is plague, the seven thunders. Then apparently God and the beast must fight together. Talks about Satan's war against the people of God. You know, because this fictional being is waging an all-out war. These people actually still believe that the number of the beast is 666. You know, because it says it right there. Anyway, they're talking about how the beast will somehow be associated with 666, but it's not clear how that's going to be. You know, it could be that a good majority of people have, out of their entire social security number, at least 3 6s in their social security number. You know, because that's marking everyone who's American who isn't, you know, an undocumented Mexican slave right now. Which would be like 30 million people here that aren't marked with the beast. Why are we not marking these people with marks? If the fucktards only knew, you know, that if we ever we're able to trick them into thinking that the mark of the beast was the Social Security number, maybe they'd give up their Social Security and give it to the poor undocumented workers who are coming over to be exploited. You know, that would be a good thing, in a way. So there's the statue thing, and I've seen this statue before. Basically, each part of the statue is a different type of precious metal, and it represents a different age. And at the bottom, we have this final age that we are in, even though we've been waiting for Jesus for 2,000 years to come back to life. Yeah. We are in those final times because it sells seats in churches. So, we are the dirty feet of the statue. That's, some people have stretched the British Empire into being now American imperialism. Like, it's all one big movement, and, because, of course, the Roman Empire gets its own portion of the statue. But the last portion, it's really hard to say, well, American dominance in the last 100 years deserves a spot as the feet of the statue. So they've stretched the British Empire into being also the American Empire to make it fit. Because if every empire that was big in history got its own portion of the statue, then we would be beneath the feet, and we wouldn't fit the analogy of the statue anymore, because they have to twist the words in order to make them fit. See what I'm saying? Okay. On the next page, this is going to be quite visual. This is the worst thing I've ever seen since the Crocoduck. This is the rhino, quadruple cheetah, lion, bear, tiger. And the... Oh shit. Sorry, that's not a rhino, that's a triceratops. This is the Tricero quadruple cheetah lion bear that likes to swim in the ocean. Here we go. You all see that? Wow, Morgan in Sweden, you are getting some grade A fundamentalist bullshit. I gotta tell you. More of the sorceress riding the dinosaur. Apparently there's some revelation about two women that they think is very important. The time of Jacob's trouble is associated with the World Trade Center bombing. So apparently they have associated a couple of the things in the Bible prophecy to be recent events, even though their church probably had other events ascribed to these same prophecies before. And when bigger events happen than what we've had recently, those events will be ascribed to it. It's like people calling Saddam Hussein the Antichrist. Well, now he's dead, And if you were in America and had your ears open in the 80s and the 90s, you could have heard that Saddam Hussein is the Antichrist. But now he's dead. And you could have heard that Osama bin Laden was the Antichrist. But now he's dead. So, yeah, how many people are we going to label the Antichrist before we realize that, yeah, the Antichrist isn't coming? You know, there is no unkillable Antichrist. And finally, God gets to win in the end. The final chapter of this book is the destruction of Satan's kingdom. First, God's going to bring down another 7 plagues, because he doesn't like to just do like an assassination lightning bolt. He likes to punish all the people because they're all bad, you know. Want to learn more? Oh, you can request more free booklets with this mailer. Again, smart of them to not include postage, because it is a barrier for those people who are just getting this shit to make fun of it. Apparently, Satan is a great lover in bed. No, he's the great seducer. Never underestimate the skill Satan uses to deceive humanity. Never underestimate these people's ability to get people to not believe in reality. That's my response to that. Oh, and of course, those people who don't believe in God, they are called the incorrigibly wicked, and they must be punished for eternity, for temporal things here on earth. They must be punished for eternity. And here is the nice picture that they have of human hands in flames. You know? It tries to end on a positive note, at least. You know, it goes, the very next page after human hands burning in flames has a nice picture of multicultural children all smiling, you know. Assuredly, I say to you, unless you are converted and become as little children, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven. And translated in the mindset of a atheist who has had to live with this bullshit for a very long time, that phrase means unless you stop using critical thinking skills like an adult and start believing in fairy tales like a child does, we can't control you, so we're going to shun you and call you the Antichrist. So, yay, Morgan from Sweden. You get grade A bullshit in your mailer. And that's all I had. Have no idea how long this one went, but I'm sure it's long. And for those of you who are video gaming, time to queue up another video of somebody who you like to listen to.